Oh boy, I've done it to myself again. Talking about real life things, but in the meanwhile, we'll do this and see what happens. Oh my goodness, OBS is already complaining. I think I know why, so I'm gonna do this really quickly. But as we set things up, yeah, nothing much else to say. I am behind on my schedule, and that's up to me to really figure out. As for this weekend, though, I haven't even done the thing where I schedule things, so I should actually do that right after this recording. Katak, but we're gonna play, ZhecToshiaki, sorry. ZhecToshiaki 7th Curse. All perks. No, you know what? We're just gonna do ZhecToshiaki World of Horror. 7th Curse is, and again, in my opinion, it's easier. Maybe for some people it isn't, because you really want allies for whatever reason. I think that's the main drawback of 7th Curse. But as we're playing, as if the title of this video didn't already clue you in, we're playing on ZhecToshiaki as Toshiaki. And I would play on all perks, but let's just do this for the moment. So, as we get into ZhecToshiaki World of Horror character exclusive Toshiaki. Hey! I feel like I've done this before, and if I haven't, well, my brain's been scrambled for the last 72 hours, so light, second, strength, dexterity, Tachi-san, but all that really means is I'm taking 6 stamina damage and possibly like 16% doom. So, I don't know why I consider Tachi-san like 6% doom. 5 doom comes from both second check, so 10, and then the light check, well, that's 3 reason. But let's just assume the worst. That's how I like to look at my risk management in World of Horror, some of the time. But as for the other times, well, here we are in ZhecToshiaki. So on ZhecToshiaki, I play a very, it's not specific. I think you can come to kind of a logical conclusion where you're essentially running through mysteries. Now that doesn't bode well if you don't have a weapon, because if you don't have a weapon, you're just taking a lot of damage anyway. But it also depends on your mystery combination. So ramen, scissors, botanist, hell, and painting. And again, for videos, streams, almost all videos and streams I do on World of Horror, I don't reroll mysteries. You could choose to reroll, but we'll play it out. So scissors, looking at my mysteries, and really just scissors. I think everything else is like botanist, hell, and painting can be, well, not painting, but hell and botanist can be pretty doom intensive because of the second phase of those things. But since we want a weapon for free, we're gonna take scissors. Normally I would take a town mystery to get the bookstrap, but we're pressed for doom, so spending that extra 5% for a bookstrap without getting a weapon at all for the first mystery. Either way, there's going to be some RNG involved, but whether or not I can survive scissors is RNG as well. Probably even worse, because you have some control in a town mystery. If we're speaking for people who are, you know, not as experienced with the World of Horror, but have watched some of my videos or streams, or anyone else's videos or streams for that matter. And yeah, you know, this is a run. That being said, we could just choose to run from some of these encounters, but I don't want to spend as much. I consider myself dead at about 22-ish% doom. Well, that's not exactly true. You die at 42% doom. You don't know what kind of status effects you're going to get. If you get flashbacks, you die at 21% doom, sorry. If you get a knowledge curse, you die at 21% doom. Or stacking. I think most of them are only 1 in each. Your stat decreases by 1 for a lot of curses and injuries, but that doesn't change the fact that you're not at a place that you want to be at, basically. You don't want to leave anything to RNG if possible. I say as I take scissors first as Toshiaki, but you get the point. Even in a town mystery, I don't want to prepare for funds because that's too much doom already. I'm strapped for doom as it is, though the counterpoint to that objectively, as we get our dexterity increase, I would like a strength increase, but that didn't happen. But Toshiaki does get a doom decrease every mystery. I think it's supposed to be 8% right now. Someone told me that it's still bugged at 10%, and I do see it's still at 10%, but we'll just take what we get. Maybe in the next update it'll be tweaked, because that's really just a number tweak. That shouldn't really affect anything, so if that causes bugs, who knows, but basically, his doom is supposed to decrease. Doom is supposed to decrease by 8 when you're playing as Toshiaki, but it's actually still 10, which was the original value, I think, that you got when Toshiaki was first available, but hey. So here we are. We're taking a lot of reason damage. I think we still get to brace into a kick of some sort, but that's not any consolation as I take a bunch of damage here. Yeah, I don't know. Never mind. I don't even get to kick. So this is a heck of an encounter. What do I do here? Am I just dead no matter what? Because even if I wanted to do double attacks, I couldn't. So yeah, maybe this was not the best thing I could do. I could dodge, for what it's worth. 25%. I think those are actually the best odds I get. I can choose to brace and do nothing, and then trade off some stamina next turn, but that doesn't do anything for me either. Except for maybe, but if the scissor lady raises her scissors, you know what? Actually, I feel like the odds are just as good that she'll just brace. I don't get to do anything here, so I just gotta brace and take 1-all. And here, what we want to do, if I can even do it, I can't. That's really unfortunate. So what I wanted to do was trade off 2 stamina for 1 reason. Actually, we still die if we do that. No, we can eat the lump of flesh. Hopefully don't give me something bad. Well, okay, that's okay. Is it always bloated? I feel like sometimes it gets something else, but anywho. So instead what I'm going to do is I actually need to hit a strong here. I would like to hit a strong if nothing else, but let's find out. Of course I missed a 70%. I guess we're doing a salty run back. Assuming we don't hit every single dodge, that's what we need to do at this point on. I don't even get the luxury to do this, so I guess we will... No, you know what? Gambler's fallacy. So let's hope we dodge and let's hope we hit this 50% attack. We do, but we do die. So, into a next run we go. We'll hit quick play to try to randomize the backstory. Okay, medical history. That's a bit spicier, but we'll see what actually happens. So, okay, just for science, it's been a while since I did a rush through of scissors as Toshiaki, because obviously I'm on ZhecToshiaki, so I don't want to die. But for science, not that that's any excuse. I really shouldn't have died there, but anywho, let's get into next run. ZhecToshiaki, medical history, character exclusive Toshiaki. Well, we could do an all perks run, but that's just as much RNG. Anyway, let's focus on having character specific perks for now for the purposes of Toshiaki-ness. Otherwise, I mean, I could just get Fast Swimmer Adrenaline as Toshiaki, and the game's over. I promise you ZhecToshiaki has nothing on Toshiaki with those 2 perks and the Bookstrap. No, that means... Let's say, I think what's better is Fast Swimmer and then Core Strength, but you get the point. Charisma, second, Dexterity, Strength. We're losing a bunch of Stamina and Reason. 6 Stamina, 5 Reason. But I guess I will explain in case, you know, if for no other reason we have nothing to talk about while I'm going through this. So, what I mean by the perks as why Core Strength is better is because you're going to get the thing anyway. Please don't lose the notes. Of course I lose the notes. So... Really quickly, those notes are useful for the Bookstrap, but shouldn't have used them, but everyone gets to use them like once, twice, heck even 3 times, like multiple times. I know I'm complaining, it sounds like I'm complaining a lot, I am, but anywho. So, yeah, the Bookstrap provides a big boost to your speed, as much as it doesn't seem like it does. And so if you get another speed up like Adrenaline or Fast Swimmer from an all perks run, and then you get Core Strength, yeah, Toshiaki just gets to obliterate most enemies he runs into. And even then, compared to other characters, he gets a much easier life through a run. Festival, Botanist, Scissors, Vigil, and a lot of Forest. So, I've learned my lesson. We can also take Akamanto for more Doom, but let's take Vigil first instead, and maybe get a... Well, we will get a Meat Cleaver. I thought I was on random item stats for a moment. I'm not. But either way, we're just headed through this, because we're probably just going to run from whatever enemies we run into anyway, but if we get Doom decreases, again, I won't complain if those Doom events are removed. I think one of them is a bug anyway, so there's a good reason to, but I really don't think it's necessary. But at the same time, I know more than a few players who just cruise through the game anyway, so maybe if that makes the game harder, sure. No one else is playing on Harbinger anyway. Poor me. Anywho, let's sell this because we're selling it. We're on medical history, and that could bite me in the Toshiaki, but worse can happen. But yeah, losing those library notes would have really been bad. That sounds disingenuous earlier what I said in terms of no one else is playing on Harbinger, although. Yeah, no one else is playing on Harbinger. I'm pretty. That's like, I don't feel like that's an untrue statement. Please let me know if I'm wrong. I know a few people have played it. I've seen people, you know, try their hand at Harbinger and then, you know, move on because it's like, oh yeah, there's this, and this, and all I need to do is this, and it's like, okay, cool. I was thinking about running from the whole Rin thing. I think I can actually fight this. Now, unfortunately, because we don't get a bonus point of damage, we just keep taking reason damage, and we don't actually get to do anything this turn. So we just brace. If he stops again, I'm gonna be sad, but oh, we got cut artery. Oh, medical history. It's not gonna be a game killer, but game changer game killer, but I still would have liked to not get that. I mean, yeah. Like, every now and then I think to myself, not just on World of Horror, but any game in general, I'm like, why do I, or like, especially games that I put on this channel, like videos or streams, I'm like, well, it feels like I'm always complaining about my RNG in a fun way. Again, this is all in good fun. I mean, we're playing a video game, but also the channel and me, my life. So RNG in general, it sounds like I complain a lot. I actually do complain quite a lot, but it's all in good fun. Still, though, I always think to myself, maybe I'm just complaining too much. But when it happens in my face, it feels like it happens a lot more often than not. But hey, so we take cut artery here. I guess it doesn't matter because we're just gonna do that. Well, actually, it does matter a little bit. Don't want to run still though, because we're on ZhecTas, so I don't want to use Mind Drain now, but might as well use it now than need it later, right? Or not use it later, so we don't get to brace anything significant, so I guess we just take 3 stamina damage to the face and move on with life. We get reason healing out of it too, basically. That's the good part of that. The bad part of that, as I inefficiently click through those screens, is that my stamina still hurt, and 2, I would like extra max stamina. Need to remember to get rid of the cut artery injury, which is going to cost me some doom, but that means I need to take Akamanto next. So, let's finally get this book strap. This book strap is quite useful. Even though I did that run where I didn't use the book strap or any of Toshiaki's perks, it's still, like, on average, you're going to have a much harder time. Not too hard, but it's definitely going to be a difficulty increase because Toshiaki, before the prepare option and / the getting the book strap, or by nature getting the book strap, that was a max threat level. Oh, wait, no. Now we set the patrols to the school. Before the book strap, Toshiaki did struggle in more than a few encounters, even though he had good weapons. But still, you still had the grace of, hey, I get a bunch of doom to spend. But now that we have ZhecTas, it's a little bit trickier. That's stamina. Oh goodness, I'm in pain. Might have to go to this tree for 4 stamina healing. Also, I'm still bleeding, by the way. Yeah, that's right. I just forgot about that. I said I kept saying it, and I kept forgetting about it. Why do I do this to myself? Well, we definitely need to visit the tree at some point, and we're also going to lose 1 stat. That's usually going to happen, but at 42% doom, unless I increase strength by 1, we die. But if we take any injury... Oh, thank you for this, by the way. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that, even though Toshiaki has 6 luck. Let's just do it now. And Smasu is not the worst thing, and there's the thing. This doesn't kill me, right? No. Because then it happens after the fact, thankfully. So... that being said, we are running low on doom, but when we get the mask, we'll be in a lot better of a situation, although I probably have to run from this, because that's a lot of damage. So, yeah. We'll be at effectively 15% doom after this mystery. I think I can still survive this, as long as I don't take another point of stamina damage. Otherwise, this video is going to end pretty quickly. Yeah, I think when we level up here, we have to take stamina, funny enough. So, I don't like rage, but... funny enough, we're taking folklore studies instead. And then we barely survived. We weren't taking an extra point of damage, but... Yeah, I actually did forget. Gosh dang it. Me. What do we get to do here? Do we want to gamble? I don't want to gamble. I think we're going to Mind Drain instead. I think after we Mind Drain once, we get to Desperate Prep Strong into Handcuffs. This is a bigger boon for Toshiaki, in my opinion, than other characters, because other characters do have certain ways out. Now, most of them have to prepare. If you're Moriko, you can just shoot. If you're Mimi, you get extra HP here and there from first aid, but you can just work with the scalpel and then rest up with the doom that you have saved. Things like that are things that you have available for some characters, but for most other characters, you still have, other ways out. Even if you're Koji, Kyrie, more normal characters, you'll at least be able to brace. That's what I'm trying to say. Whereas Toshiaki doesn't really get that luxury, especially on ZhecTas. But hey, things. So we are on timeline A. I don't actually want these scissors. No, I do want these scissors. You know what? This is gonna be a big scissors run. If I do another, I guess, quote-unquote episode, as I like to call them, of this, then I guess we do another episode. Nice luck check, by the way, game. Thank you for the 12+1 roll modifier. I do appreciate it. But it's to be expected at this point, so... Shrug. No, knowing that, though, that does go against contradictory to what I say sometimes. Like when I'm in mysteries like Footage, Hell, Botanist, where I don't decide to rest, that means I should probably be resting more. But you know, things. Can we do anything here? Because otherwise we're gonna die. Maybe I should do this. Scissors ritual. Or we could just keep mind draining. That's nice. That's nice too. We get an extra, but this should be 13 damage, right? Because, yeah, 6 times 2 plus 1. Never mind, it was 14 damage, but moving onward. With this bookstrap, I know I get to do more stuff with the bookstrap. The issue is, do I have to use mind drain? I think I do. Especially if I'm gonna grab these scissors. Now I don't want to enter this. That's probably that was probably a worse decision. Why does that do 3 reason? Did that do 3 stamina damage? Yeah, penalty damage, right? I don't know why I forgot that. Well, the next, well, yeah, you know what? Maybe this is just not the video for me. But either way, like, it was a 33. Maybe I should have just done science. While I was here, I should just do science. The reason I'm saying that, as we're closing out this video in about 15 seconds, is because I was going to get Frostbite Land. So if I got Frostbite Land, I was dead anyway. If I got Upper Kingdom, I could have survived. If I got the... yeah, Katana Land, I mean, I could just trade Doom, but... Basically, there's a 33% chance of me dying anyway, so I guess I'll die and I'll see you later!